The coffee didn't burn as much as the silence that came after. She didn't scream, didn't tremble, just stood there with the cup tipped sideways, the last drops of heat sliding off my collarbone. "You're disgusting," she said. And that was it, 4 words, each sharper than the last. I looked at her, the same girl I used to tuck into bed when she had nightmares. Now she was the nightmare. The cafe around us didn't move. Time didn't move. But something in me did, snapped. Her boyfriend leaned back smugly, arms crossed. He liked watching me squirm. She liked it more. They thought I came here to beg, that I had nothing left. And in that moment, I didn't argue. I walked away, smelling like coffee and shame. 2 weeks ago, I received the promotion, $57,000 a month. A number too big for a man who'd spent the last 10 years being invisible. I hadn't told anyone, not out of secrecy, out of habit. Silence had long been my only armor. Ever since her mother died, my daughter had drifted. From me, from herself. She blamed me. I never corrected her. I gave her everything. Tuition, a car, rent. But I never gave her what she wanted most. Someone to blame when her life cracked. Lately, I'd sensed it shifting. The calls grew shorter, the gratitude colder. Last week, I came home to find the locks changed. No note, no call. Just a text. "Don't come here again, you're pathetic." And then today, she asked to meet. I thought, maybe, she wanted to talk. Instead, she brought an audience. She spat words that weren't hers. Phrases I'd heard her boyfriend use. Parroted hate, sprayed with the confidence of someone who believed I had no options left. I didn't raise her to be cruel, but someone did. I didn't react. Reacting gives them control. Instead, I watched her feed him lies over dinner, watched her bank statements, her texts. Easy to do when you still pay for everything. I traced the money, my money, draining into his name. Expensive nights, club tabs, a suspicious wire to an account tagged Vanguard Projects. I waited, collected, silently. I sent flowers to her apartment, knowing she'd throw them away. There was a camera hidden inside the bouquet. 3 days later, I watched him slap her. Not out of rage, out of habit. Like someone who'd done it before, and would do it again. She didn't even flinch. That's when I understood. She wasn't the victim, she was complicit. She knew what he was, and still she let him turn her against me. The final piece came from a call I made to a private firm in Dubai. Vanguard Projects wasn't a company, it was a laundering front. They were draining my daughter, using her to get to me. They thought I was weak, an aging man with a guilty heart. I arrived at her place the next morning, wearing a tailored suit she hadn't seen before, driving a car she couldn't name. Not that it mattered. Her face lost all color when she saw me. No coffee this time, just silence. I placed a thick envelope on her kitchen table. Inside, bank logs, video stills, transfer records. Her voice on audio, bragging about how he's just a stupid old man with no spine. She opened the last photo, a frozen frame of her boyfriend kissing another girl. Not once, not twice, dozens of times. Same girl, different dates. She stared at it like it was fire, and I watched her burn. "You knew," she whispered. I said nothing. She tried to speak, but words are slippery when truth hits too hard. Her hands trembled. I stayed still. "You set me up," she said, voice cracking. I finally spoke. "No, you set yourself up. I just gave you the mirror." She begged, cried, offered apologies shaped like excuses. I didn't take any of them. I stood, dropped the car keys on the table. "For him," I said. "What?" "Drive it to him. Tell him it's over. Then sell it. Use the money to pay back everything you took." She looked at the keys like they were poison. They were. I walked out before she could ask what happens if she doesn't. She already knew. I drove back in silence. Not to the apartment she once kicked me from. That place was never mine. I had a new home now, a different city, different skyline. People like to say forgiveness is strength. It's not. Clarity is. And I saw her clearly now. A stranger wearing my last name. She poured hot coffee on a man she thought was broken. But now she sips cold truths from a cup she made herself. And me? I don't drink coffee anymore. I've tasted something stronger. Freedom.